Okay, this is where we're at. I've sewn everything that I said I was gonna do. I've sewn the wings together. If you notice, I have the blue and the dark brown and then a light brown underneath. I've got 2 of those, so I need to turn these right side out. I've got my little feet dangling. They're still wrong side out. I made sure that this is the front. The toes are facing the right direction. We've got that done. I've got the beak on and the head. The back is sewn to this point, just a little bit past the midpoint at the top. I've got a tail that needs to be turned right side out, and I've got the neck attached to the body. So the next things that we need to do is we need to turn the wings right side out, and then we're going to pin them in here. Once they're right side out, we're going to sandwich them in here and sew across there. That's the next thing to do. We have our mark of where the gusset is going to go. So we need to line up the gusset and we'll pin it up. We'll get the wing out of the way and pin the gusset all the way here. And then we'll sew from here to here. Once that is attached, we'll do the same thing on this side, only sewing to where the gusset, the sewing line of the gusset is on this side. Once they're attached, we can line up the rest of the neck and sew up the neck. Okay? Once we've sewn up the neck, we can add the head. Let's go to that point. I'll show you where we're at, and then we'll close her off and add her tail. Okay, so this is where we're at. I've attached the head and the neck. I've attached the wings. The feet are still inside of here. But the last thing that we need to do is, she's completely open. See that? So the last thing that we do is put her right sides together, pin her all up. We're going to start at the head and go down. We'll go past this dart and leave it open right here, and then close it to the tail. Then what we need to do, we'll still have this opening here, which is where we're going to put the tail piece, and we'll sandwich it in there and sew it just straight across. That's all there is left to do to sew it. After we've stuffed it, we'll figure out eye placement, and then she'll be done. I've got her all sewn up. I've got to clip a few seams. I've been working on clipping my seams as I go, so I only have a few left. Let's flip her over. This is the best part. I love this part. Okay. Start with the little feetsies. I love how easily Minky slides out too. Okay, there she is, our little runner duck. Look how cute she is. Oh man, I love that part. So I've got the head stuffed just a teeny tiny bit, and I want to decide where I want to put my eyes before it's too late to decide that. So it's never too late, but without having to unstuff it all again. It's funny how, depending on the size of your circle, where you think the placement could be. So I have this size of eye, and I have this size of eye. So there's a difference. These are the two that I'm thinking about doing. If I do this one, I think the bigger the eye, the closer they need to be, versus if we go smaller, they can be a little farther out. Oh, that's where that one would go look cute right there. Right there and right there. or the bigger one I think would be cuter. Maybe right there, just a little bit closer in. I'm thinking I like this one. Just a little bit smaller and a little bit farther out. So let's put those in. You just poke a little hole with your scissors, shove it through, and then you gotta put this on the back side. I know stuffing her neck is gonna be a struggle to keep that where it belongs. So I want to make a tube that's about this long out of fabric, the same width as the neck, and we're going to stuff that really tight, and then we're going to put that in there. We can hand stitch it a little bit so it stays in place, and then her neck will be really stiff. We're not going to have to worry about stuffing falling out or losing the stuffing over time. So let's hurry and make her one of those. Okay, easy peasy. It's just folded on this side. Okay, we'll right side this out, stuff it. I'm sure this is too long. We'll cut off the right length. Let's see. So we just need it about this long. Okay, we're gonna stuff this. We'll stuff her head, put this up her neck, hand stitch it in, and then stuff the rest of the body. Okay, so I've got the little funny eyes in, and I wanted to show you guys this little tube that I was talking about. I just sewed it the same length as the neck, and then put it in there, and then let me show you. Once it was in there and I had stuffed the head, I also began stuffing this. So then you can see once it was stuffed, I just did a quick stitch across and whip stitched it in right here so it doesn't move around. Really quick, messy stitches right into that seam allowance so you can't see it from the outside. Nobody will ever see that, but it makes it so that the neck stays up a little more firm and that it won't move with the age of the stuffed animal. So I think that's a really good way of doing that. So the next step is to finish stuffing it. Let's finish stuffing the little guy. Okay, he's finished. I think he turned out really cute. I'm really loving him. He turned out great, right? We have a few things that we can still work on, but I really hope you have enjoyed this series. If there's something that you'd like to leave a comment about, I would love to hear it. Let me know if you feel like I could have taught you something a little bit differently, if you have any questions, or if you liked this style of video. If you liked it, we can make another one. We can do some other animals. I really like going through the whole process with you. I think it helps it helps both of us learn a lot. There's always some new learning when it comes to making plush. So I hope that you continue watching, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.